Happy Mercedesing. Hi guys. Well, sorry, I was busy for some time. I couldn't do a video, so I decided to shoot one video, primarily something different. I don't want to now to teach you what this is or that. In this video, I would like to talk about the ownership of a Mercedes from the era of mid-80s and the beginning of 90s. And here I mean the models 190E, W124, 26, R107, 129, and W140. Sorry, I caught a bit cold. So if I cough, so then don't worry. Nothing is going to happen to you. Just joking. So, now, if you buy these cars, search for a good example of these cars because they say that the most expensive Mercedes is the cheap one. What I wanted to say, because I don't want you to suffer the same things I did. I suffered. Well, if you buy these cars from the first owner, then you know what you have to ask the owner about the year of manufacture, about the mileage, and so on and so on, and all those stuff. Can I start the car? And you look at the exhaust and you look what happens, whether it's the gray smoke, it's blue smoke, or white smoke, or any kind of color. Well, no, I'm not going to talk about that. You have all those things on internet, and I believe that you know about all those stuff. No, I want to talk here about the specific questions. If it says that it's the second owner, so we're talking about the cars that second owner has. Then these are the questions you must ask him at any cost. For example, the first question of those would be, how many kilometers did you make with the car? This is very important. For example, if the car has more than 200k kilometers on the clock, and if it's the first owner, then okay, but it's important for you to know how many kilometers or miles the second owner did. How frequent did he drive the car? That's very important. And here, one tip. Never buy a car if the owner made less than 5k miles. I suppose you know why. Because then everything, if any failures happen, then it's going to fall on you to repair these cars. Question number 2. For how long is the car in your ownership? This is also a vital question, because never buy a car if the car was not in the ownership for more than 5 years. Everything less than 5 years, don't buy those cars, because maybe it's someone who only buys and sells these cars, and it's a very tiny possibility that he maintained these cars the way they have to be maintained. Question number 3. What have you replaced on the car? Because if I had to buy any of these cars I have mentioned, I would never buy a car if on its maintenance records is not replaced this, as well as this. Because, okay, also ask him if he has any service records. And now, I'm the KE-Jetronic guy, the one that is talking about KE-Jetronic, the one that tries to demystify the KE-Jetronic, but no. Now, if you want to buy either 190E, W124, R129, or even W210, you must look at the records if there are maintenance records. And the next very important thing on the list here is the lubrication. So if on that list of maintenance records the wiper has not been lubricated, if the car has power windows, and if the owner didn't lubricate them, if the car has, then it's you who is going to take off the panels and then to clean everything, to lubricate it with grease, as well as the wiper. It's an excellent mechanism, very complex, but after so many years it can fail. I've been talking about this mono wiper. Maybe you can find yourself in a rainstorm and you will stay without your wiper. And there is one more thing you should be aware. This is a cheap one. It's called voltage regulator, and it looks like this, and if you see these two metal parts, it's spring-loaded. They go in and out. But as they wear out, then they become thinner and thinner. At one moment, they don't touch the contacts, and your alternator is going to be good, in a good shape. It's going to work it, but no current is going to flow to the battery, and practically you stay without electricity. I want to say, you will have your electricity as long as there is in the battery, and if there is none more in the battery, then your car is going to simply stall, and that's the end. That's where the diesels have advantage, because they have no spark plugs. And as I've been talking about the things that had to be replaced, these things I have mentioned: fuel accumulator, pressure regulator, injectors, potentiometer, lambda probe pump. It's very expensive. The fuel accumulator only and the pressure regulator can cost up to 1,000 euro. And all these can cost you over 1,000 euros. So be careful about these. And of course, don't be afraid to give up. Maybe it was not destiny, let's say destiny, for you to buy that car, but who knows? We're gonna find some other. Or you can negotiate with the seller, and you can then either you can explain him everything the nice way. You can explain him, look, the car has more than 150 miles, and look, you haven't replaced this. Well, who knows? Maybe it's in a good shape now. But if I buy the car, it's gonna cost me a fortune to repair all these stuff, and so on. So my dear ones, if you enjoyed this video, then please don't click the button skip ad. It is going to help me a lot. And till the next video, happy Mercedesing. Bye.